Welcome to another edition of Gardening with Ron, and I'm sure Linda will show up at some point. But we finally gotten to the point where we're about to plant. Thank God, the rain was really holding me up, but I finally got everything prepped and we're ready to go. As you can hopefully see, I've got my tomato mounds all raked up and ready to go. And Linda's crossing across another picture. We're getting ready to start planting. I'll keep it on regular speed while we're planting a few things, and then we'll go up to warp speed again, as we usually do, with a little bit of working music. All right, we're all set up to plant. Got my dirt I'm gonna add around the edge of the tomatoes. Linda's getting the back row prepped right now. Just gonna kind of set them out by where they're gonna go real quick. I want you to get a little bit better look at what I'm doing. So I'm going to show one up close here. And I'm going to get that dirt loosened up. It's a celebrity. That's where I'm going on the front row. And the front row, as Euchre would say. Get this thing out of here. Got out a little more. Get me a little of my good dirt. I always buy a bag or two of that, just to kind of make sure they get that little boost. All right, now I'm gonna mound it up a little bit higher on it, so I can get some strong roots. That down a little bit. Of course, they'll settle some more once I come back and water everything, but that's pretty much what I'm doing. Okay, as you can see, it's pretty windy because I am not wearing a hat. You can see my old bald head. But winded. That was a lot of work. I don't like to get down on the ground like that often. Kind of tough on the old knees. But it's got to be done. But I'm gonna let them sit for a few minutes, and then I'm gonna come back and water a little bit. And I kind of do that, a little bit differently. And I'll show you that when I get ready to do that. Let me go get a good drink of water. Okay, it's time to do a little watering. This hose cut on. All right, I just kind of like to, especially when I like this, I just like to kind of get it around the edge. I don't really get it on them, right first. I'm always afraid of kind of burning them up with the sunlight and the water and everything, so I just kind of get around them as much as I can. Okay. See the time, and it looks good.
Well, I cut it way back, so it'll do well this spring and summer.
Okay, now what was this other stuff over here now again? This was a pansy you found wild, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's
lavender.
That's lavender.
Those two are peppers.
Okay.
And that's lavender as well.
All right. Well, cool. Looks like we're going to have some good stuff going on. There's the little pull back on the garden here. I'm just going to hit it with a little bit more.
Well, the air's dry, so it's going to dry real fast, so
That's
we need
true.
to keep it moist.
That's true. Yeah, probably might want to spray it around my mounds over there a little bit more. Probably wouldn't hurt at all.
They look happy.
Yeah, they do look happy. When they get up a little higher, we'll get the old cages around them and stick them, when they get strong enough. But for right now, I'm pretty happy. I got to plant the melons. Hadn't done those yet. This took all morning. So I should get all the little mounds pulled up. But we got it going. We got on out here pretty early, and we got it going. But it's gonna be a good year, I think. What do you think, Linda?
We're hopeful.
Yeah, eternally hopeful. Well, that's it for this week's episode. I had to split it in half, just like my garden split in half. And we're going to do it in 2 parts because it just ran a little long, and I wanted to show you every bit of the planting process. But we're going to cut it off at the tomato planting this week. And I'll be back next week and show you where I planted the watermelons. Just as fascinating, I know. But if you want to come back for that, that's great. I'd appreciate you showing up. And if you're looking for something to listen to while you're doing your gardening, I highly recommend a really, really great podcast. It's called Boomer Bongo Boulevard. And you can look it up and find it very easily on Spotify or Amazon Music. Available to find, very funny. It's hosted by 2 really talented guys. One of them, who is me, it's about boomer nostalgia, fashion trends, cartoons, comic books, icons, all the great things of the boomer era, which runs up to, hey, right now, because I'm still alive. But anyway, give it a listen. Boomer Bongo Boulevard. New episodes release every Monday, the day after new episodes release of Gardening with Ron, almost live from North Texas.